It's the Exodus repackaged album, which is called Love Me Right.
Pull that out like an Amazon.
I know.
Here's the title. The ISP.
Sam.
I would describe K-pop on a general level as Korean pop music, obviously, but on a deeper, more personal level, it's one of those like types of music that makes you grow as a person and helps define who you are.
Expression is key. Expression is like the only thing that exists. Like it's very much so like unpolished. It's kind of like all about like attitude, concepts, and kind of like fun.
K-pop is kind of like a lifestyle. As you get into it more, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of your day. And you adopt the music, you adopt the food, the language, even like friends, and just the traditions of Korean culture in general.
Before I saw K-pop, it was kind of like the world was kind of bland. It was like, wow, like I'm seeing something different than I've ever seen before. Where I grew up, the idea of like creativity and being involved in art, it wasn't accepted and it wasn't encouraged. I think I wanted to escape from suppression of expression. I definitely tried to express myself through clothes. And honestly, I didn't care. I really didn't care. I was just like, you know, my idols are doing it, so what?
The culture of K-pop itself is they managed to intertwine both singing, dancing, and rapping. And I thought that was a very intriguing thing because a lot of the Western artists here, they're solely rappers, they're solely dancers, they're solely singers. But to have a kind of music style where everything's combined and it looks so cool, that's what got me into it.
Yeah, the way that the idols would move definitely impacted me as well. From a simple like hand gesture, I never seen anything so impactful, alluring. I think my first dance practice was like Sistar. And so I learned like a couple of dances from Sistar. And I kept learning dances. And it was like a hobby for me when I was little. And more as I continued to grow, I started to take those things for myself. I started to try to like curate my own movements and come up with my own idea of movement with choreography and things like that.
The dancing, I started doing it because I wanted to feel that kind of like confidence and power. No matter what the song, I felt myself getting more confident and comfortable with my body too. And back then I had very like bad like body issues and body image and self-esteem and stuff.
My features just wasn't the same as the other kids I grew up around. I guess when you're a light-skinned black person, sometimes people who have more melanin, the kids who have more melanin, may think like, oh, you look really different, and you know, they will try to diminish your confidence and your outlook and esteem.
K-pop had the most impact on my life was in high school because like most people in high school, we don't know who we are and we don't know what we want to do. And I went through this point in my life where I kept questioning, you know, what should I do and who am I? And I was struggling to find a passion. And, you know, my parents, you know, they're like, you know, what do you want to do in the future? You know, what's your career? And I was struggling just personally with, you know, identifying myself, finding my own community in high school.
There was one K-pop idol that really got me too. His name's Jackson Wang. He, in particular, really helped me. So, like, the dancing itself helped me feel confident with just, like, showing off and getting out of my comfort zone physically, but with my insecurities and like mental and emotional stuff, he really helped me in the sense that like someone asked him what his like ideal type of woman was, and he was like, I like a girl who's tan, who's a little bit thicker, and you know, who's charismatic and who's got her own little charm. There was just something about that that made me so much more confident about myself.
When K-pop came into my life, especially when I started listening to BTS, they always were promoting the idea of not caring what others think about you and being yourself. And I took that to heart, and I started to love myself, and I started to understand what they were saying and what I needed to do for myself. Even Jungkook was my age back then. I said, oh my gosh, he's in our generation, you know, he's my age. Like, why can't I do that? He's traveling the world, he's doing what he wants, following his dreams. And that inspired me to look back at myself and find my own passion, which I forgot how much I love to write and how much I love videos and movies and TV shows.
They're people of color, and they are usually the last people to have mass appeal. That association that we both shared with the Asian community and people like me, I connected those two together, to create this space where everyone is beautiful, no matter how you look, no matter what features you have, you're still desirable and you're still talented.
The music, as well as the dances, as well as the idols, the people, they helped me become a better person. And the K-pop club in general, they're just such beautiful souls that they help keep that positivity in my life. I'm just happy that K-pop is coming over into the US and bringing Asia the representation I've always wanted it to have.
I was very excited. I was very excited that there'll be a place where people who have the same admiration for talent and diversity, it'll finally be a place for us to just discuss, to talk, and to have fun and just indulge, you know.
You start to make friends who understand you, and you guys become part of this huge family, and you guys understand each other. You know the jokes, you know the music, you know the lyrics, but you all have this community where you can share it together. I wanted the club to be a place where people like me who felt lost when they listened to K-pop and they didn't have anybody to share it with. And I wanted to inspire them in some way that we can listen to this music and find ourselves and learn how to love ourselves together. We can all come to this positive space of non-judgment. The music in K-pop in general just makes you feel good, and it gives you this vibe of, personal inspiration. But BTS did definitely move me forward to the person I am today, to help people understand that they can love themselves as well.